What if the odds were against you and somebody else became president tomorrow night?
Ange, the odds cannot be against me. I can bet you in the next 24 hours. And I have told Atanganji, I have told Paul Tasson. Let me tell you this. I spoke with Paul Tasson a few years back. He called me in the peak of this whole Ambazonia thing. I have talked with him personally. He's from my village. Paul Tasson, I have wrote it publicly to Atanganji himself. Delay the elections result or the announcement of the elections for the next 2 to 3 weeks as from tomorrow. Don't announce it publicly because I'm supporting Paul Biya. You are heavily divided. You guys have not come together on the eve of these elections. You are still heavily divided. Let me go with who is going to win. He has a rigging machinery in place. One,
But
Pobia, please, if you're listening, let me land. Pobia, please, if you're listening to me, that Malam called Isa Chiruma Bakari will roll out violence. We don't want violence. One, please, immediately delay the results for 2 to 3 weeks. They know they are listening to me. They like watching me because they listen to my strategies. Delay the elections for 2 to 3 weeks. You will simmer tensions down. Two, drop the prices of petrol, bread, sardine, and any other thing else. Drop the prices within the next 2 to 3 weeks. The people who are hungry are always angry. Make them not hungry. The third thing you should do, call international soccer teams to come and engage in soccer friendlies. They like soccer. They like to see anything that distracts them like soccer. That's how you'll cool them down. And the fourth thing that you should do once you delay these elections, roll out a massive campaign for public service recruitments. That is how you can calm these flock of sheep down, bring them towards your channel of following President Paul Biya, who would be your next presidential
so if
candidate, your
Biya
next
wins
president.
again this time, and that's a final question before we exit, if Mr. Biya were to win again tomorrow, are you open to meet with him in Unity Palace if he invited
Oh,
you and have a
100%,
conversation?
100%, 100%. I would like to meet with Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo. A
And what
hundred
would you be
percent.
telling him?
I will tell you my mind that look, I'm a public speaker. Nothing I say is always hidden. I don't do anything at the background. I always say my thoughts
In
and
terms
mind
of
publicly.
strategy to resolve the Anglophone crisis or for your self determination,
I
as
have a
you've called
simple
it?
strategy of resolving this crisis. A very simplistic, the simplest strategy ever of resolving this. Paul Biya is not listening. I don't know if the ministers are listening. It's
You said
very
they are
simple.
listening to
Give me
you.
a
So
call.
can you
Tasson
restate
has my
what your
number. Let
strategy is?
Papa or Daddy Tasson
High
has my
level.
number. Call me. Let him call me. It's easy. Forget about all this fighting and division and the rest. It's so easy to resolve this. Let Tasson give me a call.
Well, Tapang Ivo Tanku, it's been a pleasure having you. And it's on that note that we'll see again some other time. I will call it quits
Let's
to this program.
yeah, we are hoping that Pobia wins the election 2025. Let's meet after he wins. Just unfortunate that Kamto himself was kicked out by Francophones who could not even protest and protect the vote. Some people say 2025 is different from 2000 or 1998. Nothing has changed. It's even worse. Anglophones are not willing to die for you anymore. That's a fact. Anglophones have always died for you. The Francophones, the Northeast, have never, ever, they don't have any history of riots. I'm telling you the facts.
Are you
Google
saying
it.
because it's a feudal system, they
It's
will
a
submit
feudal
to their
system.
traditional
It's a
authority?
feudal system, Angela. The Northeast are heavily politically divided. They are so easy to be bought over. They like money than anything, and poverty is a public policy for them. They keep them extremely poor so they can manipulate them. Now, because they have no known history of riots, they even hate Boko Haram that has destroyed entire prospects of peace and prosperity in the northern region. They side more with the Cameroon military under the leadership of President Paul Biya. The only possibility I could see anyone taking up arms against the president or defending the votes of any opposition candidate would be the Anglophones. But the millions of Anglophones have broken up. The ordinary Amber boy that I can think of wants his Ambazonia. They don't want anything. They've died enough for the Ambazonia. And I don't see a
Tapang
possibility of
Ivo,
them dying for a Francophone.
Tapang Ivo, the Bepanda Nine were Francophones, and we all have been affected by the Anglophone crisis because we are Anglophones. But pre-independence war, Umnyobe was Bassa, Ernest Wanji was Bamileke. These were Francophones. The people who died in the hunger strikes of 2008 were Francophones. While I understand that the Anglophone crisis is a terrible thing and is proof of the regime's tone deaf approach to resolving problems that have been there for so long and their cruelty, is that enough for you to just throw the blanket statement that
I'm throwing the.
it's a
I would
Francophone and
always. I would
Anglophone
always
thing?
cast. I would cast my net so wide because these people, the Bepanda Nine, the uprising, the food riots itself. Do you know how the food riots was quelled? The riot was quelled by simply lowering the price of bread. And all of them went back and said, "Oh, good president." Pobia came back and said 20 more years. 2008 till now is 20 more years. 20. Now, just the price of bread being lowered made a francophone who was on the brink of teetering Biya's regime to a collapse rolled back and was complacent. These guys, it's easy to pacify the ordinary francophone. One, give them cheap bread, lower the price. Two, make sure croissant is as cheap as possible in boulangeries. Three, beer should be dropped. The price of beer, lower it. Four, petrol, drop. And five, give them soccer, let them play soccer. With these five and a delayed election, oh, forget about it. Nothing will happen in neighboring Cameroon. Biya would be the winner. And by the way, majority of those supporting Issa Chiruma Bakari are all in the diaspora. Biya has a rigging machinery of CPDM sections and subsection presidents.
Again,
Biya is
Tanku,
targeting his rigging
Tapang
machinery for
Tanku.
the campaigns. You are targeting
Again,
social
Tapang
media,
Ivo
and social
Tanku.
media will not work.
Again, in 1992, when Frundi won the presidential election, as has been revealed
Anglophones,
by diplomatic sources,
Anglophones,
Francophones heavily contributed to his victory because an Anglophone
how?
vote exclusively would never have allowed him to tilt the vote in his favor. The
I
Villemort
agree.
was heavily influenced by Francophones as well. So it is an untrue statement to say
Nope,
that
nope, nope, nope,
Francophones
nope,
have
nope,
not
nope, nope, nope,
contributed.
nope,
It
nope, don't
might
make the
it
mistake.
might
The
not be to
riots
your
that happened,
taste. It might
the
not be to
riots
your
that,
taste, but it is not accurate to say that Francophones have not contributed as well.
Angie,
It's on that note
Angie,
that I would
you and I
have to
know.
call the
Let's
conversation.
come back to this
I
debate
have to
again
call an
next
end.
week.
We have gone 4 minutes past time, and we will
Okay?
have other opportunities to discuss further. I know you have parental duties right now. It was a pleasure talking with you. We'll see again shortly. The election cycle is not exactly over. Voting is tomorrow, but after that, there is a long series of events that happen.
Perfect.
Before the new president, there's an presidential inaugural. We will see again before then. I
Long
appreciate your
live
time,
Pobia.
and once again,
Long live Pobia.
congratulations and good luck to your candidate.
Long live Pobia.
Bye
Thank you.
bye. Tapang Ivo was being Tapang Ivo. It's on that note that we call this quits. We'll be back again in another hour to discuss. This time,